now identified the man killed in an officer-involved shooting over the weekend in Brooklyn Center. Police were called to a home in the 5900 block of Halifax Avenue shortly before 4:30 p.m. Saturday. According to neighbors, a man was fighting with his grandparents and threatening them with a hammer. The Hennepin County Medical Examiner identified the man as 21-year-old Kobe Dymock Heisler of Brooklyn Center. When officers arrived, they encountered him and a struggle with officers occurred. That's when Dymock Heisler was shot and killed by police. According to authorities, all officers involved were wearing body cameras. The officers have been placed on administrative leave, which is standard practice. The Bureau of Criminal Apprehension is conducting an independent investigation into this matter. Meanwhile, Brooklyn Park Police are investigating a possible luring incident in which a man tried to convince a teenage girl to get into his vehicle. Police took a report of the suspicious incident Monday at about 3:30 p.m. in the area of 79th and Colorado Avenues North. According to police, the 16-year-old girl reported being followed by a suspicious vehicle. She was able to get away and call police. The vehicle is described as a newer black SUV. The driver is described as a black male, approximately 25 to 30 years old, with dread-style hair. Anyone with information is urged to call Brooklyn Park Police. The makeover of Becker Park in Crystal is closer to completion. Around 120 trees were added to the park last week. Work continues, but when it's finished, the park will have a new play area, an entertainment stage, and an ice rink.
And this park is really being built as a community gathering place. It's to be intended and inclusive for everyone. The play area behind me is being built with a rubberized surface so kids in wheelchairs can use it, parents with strollers. Just a really easy access.
In the next couple of weeks, crews will plant grass and install light fixtures all throughout the park. Construction will wrap up next month with a grand opening scheduled for May of next year. Nestle USA has announced it's closing its Brooklyn Park facility, resulting in 56 job cuts. The plant on Winneck Avenue North is used for cold storage and distribution. The company is restructuring and exiting its direct store delivery business for pizza and ice cream. The cuts will occur throughout the holiday season, with the facility scheduled to close at the end of the year. It is back to school, and local police want to remind drivers what to do when they encounter a school bus picking up students. Under Minnesota law, anytime a school bus displays an extended stop arm with flashing red lights, drivers approaching that bus must stop and remain stopped at least 20 feet from the bus. The one exception is if a driver is on the opposite side of a road that's divided by a median or a ditch.
The bus driver is displaying that as a safety warning to drivers that there are children present. They may be crossing the street, and we don't want to have any car versus pedestrian accidents.
A violation of the law is a gross misdemeanor with a fine of up to $500. Plymouth police plan to step up enforcement of the law when the bus company notifies them of problem areas. It is normal for first-time students to experience excitement and a little bit of nerves on the first day of school, but we can't forget about the parents too. Reporter Pafua Yang explains how an Osseo school is helping parents ease anxiety.
For Rose Johnson, sending her kindergartner off to school is a big step.
Last week it was definitely a cheers thing, and this morning I was like, oh, it's so quiet at my house, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna miss them.
In hopes of a smooth transition, Johnson participated in Elm Creek Elementary's Tears and Cheers event.
I like that you can meet other parents before the school year starts, or right when it starts, just connect.
The event also gives parents a chance to learn about volunteering at school.
It's to meet, the PTO leadership, where we do all the fundraising for the school, and we put on events for the school like turkey bingo and carnival and book fair.
Aside from breakfast and mingling, there were several activities like prizes and a selfie station.
We do the Places You'll Go book. And what that does then is that each year the teachers can sign that book, and then at the end of their high school career they have kindergarten through K teachers who have signed their book.
Parents also wrote notes to their kindergartners.
It's something to kind of get them excited, and then it goes in their folder and comes home, and so it's a way to connect after school.
And while the first day can be bittersweet, parents agree there's great things in store for their kids.
It's very exciting, it's the next step in a big, long education journey, so we're very excited.
Pafua Yang, CCX News.
And it's become a 21st century tradition to take photos of your children on the first day of school and then post them to social media. We asked you to share your pictures with us, and many of you did. As we go to break, here's a look at what the first day of school looked like in your neighborhood.
I'm not kidding you. No one's gonna make me grow up. I like it. Waking up to play. Love it. Having fun all day. No one's gonna make me grow up. Don't wanna grow old. Turn cold. Always serious, paying the bills. No thrills. Just hilarious, chasing those butts. It sucks. Are you hearing us loud and clear? Give it a shot. Why not? Have fun again. Take it from me. You'll see. Troubles will disappear. I like it. Yes, I really do. Love it. I'm not kidding you. No one's gonna make me grow up. I like it. Play and make pretend. Love it. When I'm with my friends. No one's gonna make me grow up. I like it. Staying young and free. Love it. Are you getting me? No one's gonna make me grow up. I wanna stay young. Have fun. Stop hurrying, otherwise there's gray hairs from worrying.
Raising money for charity through golf tournaments is nothing new. But as John Jacobson reports, a decade ago, a Maple Grove man thought of a unique way to get it done.
It all started for Kurt Grebner in 2008 as a novelty to see if he could play 24 hours of golf in a row. Kurt worked at Sundance Golf Course when he was younger. So too did Ross Miller, Evan Bojar, and Alex Cole. The foursome teed off at 8 o'clock Sunday night, nearing darkness already.
Shot of the day.
They played on through the night, all to raise money for research to help cure a deadly cancer that Grebner believes is underfunded.
Lung cancer is actually the leading cause of cancer death in the whole world, and yet it only gets about 6% of federal funding for all cancer combined. Lost an uncle due to lung cancer. I've lost 2 grandparents to it also. So I did a bunch of research on lung cancer charities and found one that really seemed to kind of hit the ideals that we were hoping to fight for.
Even as avid and accomplished golfers, this much golf at one time is a grind.
Usually, the more holes we can play, the better it is. If we have to wait around a lot, it becomes really difficult because you start to lose it a little bit.
Using glow-in-the-dark golf balls, plus small flashlights and lanterns, the foursome works their way in the darkness over a course they are all familiar with.
Fortunately, we've all played here hundreds of times, so we can essentially do it in our sleep, which is more or less what we're doing out here.
We came back out Monday during hour 16, and 110 plus holes later, the group was still going strong. Having competition from round to round and hole to hole helps too.
We'll play a couple speed golf rounds out there. We're going to play one round where we only use one club, which is always interesting. We have a few other fun ones, just to kind of keep it fresh and keep the day moving along.
But trying to find a date the four can all play is becoming tougher. And so the group says this is the final year for their 24 hours of golf event.
You know, frankly, I'm not sure if I know anybody else other than these 3 guys who could do it. It's tough, takes a lot of focus, and you got to really, really love golf a lot to be crazy enough to get out there.
I think everybody has someone close to them or knows someone that has someone close to them that has been affected by lung cancer. Playing golf for 24 hours, our backs might be a little sore, but if we can help somebody, I think it's worth it.
John Jacobson.
Where is it?
Well, left.
Like way left?
I mean, left and center.
CCX Sports.
In all, the foursome played 175 holes of golf in 24 hours, breaking their old record of 168. If you'd like to donate to their cause and the Lung Cancer Alliance, they have a GoFundMe page set up called All Day Golf 2019. The Wayzata girls soccer team went all the way to the state AA title game last fall, finishing as runner-up. They're eager to pursue a title again. The beat goes on in one of the state's best programs. The Wayzata girls graduated 9 players and have a couple of other injuries, but they still like the potential of this team.
I've seen a lot of good players coming in. I've seen a lot of improvement from players last year, and also a lot of younger players that are really good coming in.
The big thing is filling in those spots, and then making sure that the players who are coming back are playing up to their potential, because there's going to be more expectations placed on them because they know the system, they know what we're all about, who we play, what the competition's like, so there's going to be a lot asked from them.
The Trojans are off to a 2-0-1 start heading into Tuesday's Lake Conference opener against Edina. For the players who were part of the past 2 state runs, getting back is what drives them to work hard.
I think that experience of getting to state the past few years has really helped us, because it just motivates you to go back, because you know what it's like and you know how cool the stadium US Bank is, and you know the feeling of everybody cheering for you and your band playing for you, and it's just such a cool experience. You want to go back.
After playing at Edina Tuesday, the Trojans host Lake Conference newcomer St. Michael Albertville Thursday.